Hi guys, today I'm going to share with you how you can lose your belly fat without starving yourself. One change that flips your body into fat burning mode. So let's get into it. Now, number one is to increase your protein intake. Now, this might actually shock a lot of you, but one of the biggest reasons you are not losing weight is actually because you are not eating enough protein. You are not getting enough protein from your diet. And the protein isn't just about building your muscle, it is actually one of the most fat burning nutrients that we know of, especially when it comes to fat like visceral fat, which is that dangerous belly fat that wraps around your internal organ. You see, when you eat proteins, your body releases special hormones like GLP-1, PYY, and the cholecystokinin. These special hormones, when they are being released, they are going to signal your brain to die down hunger, and they're also going to help improve your satiety, which means that you are going to feel more full for a very long period, and then you're also going to end up eating less naturally without forcing yourself. But that is not actually all about protein. When you increase your protein, protein also cranks up your thermic effect of food, which is just like a fancy way of saying that when you eat proteins, your body burns calories. Now, this is actually because it requires more energy to break down protein during digestion processes. And when it comes to weight loss, what we actually want is simply to lose calories. So when you are eating protein, your body is going to start working harder, and in that process of working harder during digestion, that is going to result in calorie loss. So eating protein is very important when it comes to weight loss. A study published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that people who ate a higher protein in their diet lost significantly more belly fat and had better appetite control than those who ate less protein in their diet. So the research is pretty solid. If you are really serious about losing your belly fat, the goal isn't just to starve yourself, it's to eat smart. Make sure that the food you are eating are rich in quality protein sources, and that would include fish, eggs, that would include dairy products, tofu. You can also add whey protein. All of these are going to help optimize your metabolic health. Now, aside from eating protein religiously, there is one sneaking factor that could undo all your progresses. And the crazy thing is that most people ignore this, and this factor is lack of quality sleep. Now, this might sound too easy, but the thing is that sleep isn't just about rest. Sleep is actually a metabolic control. Now, you see, majority of people these days, including those with metabolic health, including those with obesity, high cholesterol, high blood pressure, and all of those factors that are related to metabolic syndrome, usually spend most of their time scrolling social media, their TikTok, their Twitter, and even watching Netflix. They do not get enough quality sleep. Now, the thing is that when you do not get enough quality sleep, it can affect your body negatively. It can affect your body in several negative ways. Now, a study that was published in Sleep Journal actually found that individuals who sleep less than 5 hours per night in just 1 week developed visceral fat compared to those who had more than 7 hours of sleep per night. And conversely, studies also found that a shift in sleep duration from short to heavier range. When we talk about short, we're talking about less than 6 hours of sleep per night. And we talk about heavier range, we're talking about more than 7 hours of sleep per night. A shift from short duration to longer duration is associated with less accumulation of visceral fat. So the question now is, how much sleep are you actually getting? Do you stay awake at night scrolling through your TikTok, watching Netflix? If you are trying to lose your visceral fat and then you are cutting back on your calories and not fixing your sleep, nothing is going to work. That is just like trying to drive your car with your brakes on. So if you really want to lose your belly fat, you have to maintain a consistent sleeping schedule. You have to prioritize your sleep. So aim for 7 to 8 hours of sleep per night at least. That is going to help improve your metabolic health as well. But even with perfect sleep and protein, there is one silent saboteur that could also hold on to your belly fat, and that is insulin. When your insulin level stays high, your body starts accumulating more fat, and that is where this important tips comes in, which is apple cider vinegar. Most of you know apple cider vinegar, but not many people realize how powerful this drink can be. The magic comes from its active ingredient, which is acetic acid. Now, numerous studies have shown that drinking apple cider vinegar along with a high carbohydrate rich meal can result in a proper glycemic control by preventing blood glucose spikes. And it actually does this by slowing down your digestion and the absorption of sugar into the bloodstream. But why does this really matter? It matters because when you eat more sugar, that can result in more insulin secretion. So when you drink apple cider vinegar before meal, that is going to help flatten your blood glucose spike. That is going to help keep your insulin steady and gives your body a real shot at burning those fats instead of locking them in. So drinking apple cider vinegar before or after your carbohydrate meal can really have a very important role in glycemic control. But it even gets better. Acetic acid flips on a special enzyme which is called AMPK. Now you can think of these enzymes as your body metabolic switch. When this enzyme is being activated, your body starts burning fat, your insulin sensitivity increases, and your body also reduces the amount of fat it is accumulating, it is storing. So drinking apple cider vinegar is very important when it comes to burning your fat, when it comes to losing belly fat. And in one study that was published in Lebanon among 120 obese people, they actually found that the group who took apple cider vinegar for just 12 weeks experienced a significant reduction in their body weight. And in fact, the group that took the highest dose of apple cider vinegar lost about 15 pounds, which is very amazing. So all you really just have to do is to be taking 1 to 2 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar before or after your carbohydrate rich meal. That is going to help in glycemic control. So I highly recommend it. Now the other thing you may also have to be doing, but it is optional, and that is exercise. Exercise actually have direct and indirect impact on your visceral fat. But most of the time, exercise like aerobic exercise like walking, jogging can offer significant health advantage when it comes to losing those belly fat instead of high intensity interval training, instead of resistance training. But sometimes you can merge them together, and that is really going to offer you a good benefit. All right, so make sure to follow this strategy. If you follow this strategy, it's going to help transform your body. It's going to turn your body into a fat burning mode. You're going to start seeing results in just a few days. Now if you like this video and you want to see more of this content, make sure to hit the subscribe button, and then don't forget to like this video as well. Thanks for watching.